everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with another layout. So today I am scrapping these photos from a trip that my grandkids and I take every year. We go to a garden called Bookworm Gardens actually, so it features vignettes from children's books. So that will be the page, part of the page on the left, and then in the middle, the page on the right then will be the photos from like the night before we went, where we were walking to there's a park fairly close to me that if we just want to take a quick walk after dinner, to give them something to do, or sometimes I'll do it if we're waiting for their parents, that kind of a thing. It's a very quick walk for us here, and so they really enjoy doing that. So I wanted to get that done because that was kind of part of what we did here. So I use that plaid paper for the photos, and I'm going to add this little bit here to bring it across the layout. That is Bella Boulevard Tiny Tots 2.0. It's the school uniform paper. And that red dot paper that I have those photos mounted on is, again, that school uniform paper. It's just the flip side. So one's the A side, and then that red dot is the B side of that. And then all of the photo mats are going to be mounted on that green star paper, which is Bella Boulevard Tiny Tots 2.0. You're a Star is the name of that. So I'm carrying elements that are the same, but I'm not using them in the same way or not elements, but papers from side to side there. There are more photos to this, and I don't remember if I showed you this or not. I think I did at the end, but I have more papers in 2 4x6 photo sleeves that I just used more paper from these 2 collections, and then element die cuts and things like that. So those sit between these two parts of the layout here, and then the photo sleeves sit in the middle once they're in my binders. So what I'm doing now is I'm grabbing die cuts from Chamel's main character energy ephemera, and that goes really well with these the Tiny Tots 2.0 collection. I don't really have die cuts from that collection anymore, and they tend to be more young child than my grandkids are now. My youngest grandson, the picture's from 2023. I could probably use him because he's 4, but he's turning 5 pretty soon, and they're a little bit too juvenile for him. More kind of toddler. It says Tiny Tots, right? I love the colors of the collection, which are great for kids, but some of the motifs are a little young, are starting to become a little bit young. So I'm adding in the You Make Me Smile, which will become the title. And I'm going to playing with doing a sun or what I'm going to do there. And then I decide I have this little cluster going on down here that has, and this is all Chamel, that camera, that little, it's a little label die cut, and then that fearless die cut, and then the camera because grandma is paparazzi. And I'm taking all of those down on the bottom. So there's lots of yellow in this. And then I'm bringing that yellow up to the top with that flower die cut as well. And then You Make Me Smile. So lots of colorful things going on here to pull in that colorful plaid background. And the colors are pretty darn close. Like I said, if you're looking for something to match that Tiny Tots collection, or the Chamel collections, or not Chamel, the Bella Boulevard collections in general, that Chamel main character pieces are really good for that. And vice versa. Can use some of the main character papers with some of the Bella Boulevards as well. I just find those two collections always from those 2 manufacturers, or in Chamel's case, designers, come together really nicely. All right, and the fearless is, speaking to the kids at the playground. They're not completely fearless. That youngest one definitely is. He does all sorts of crazy stuff. All right, so then I'm pretty much done there, but I'm going to take these puffy stickers from Main Character Energy as well and kind of add them in here for just a different size of something, because a lot of the pieces I've used are pretty big. So I have a floral cluster on the bottom right, and then I'm going to add a little rainbow in heart. I don't think I found the heart yet, to the top left. Oops. And now I'm kind of playing around with using a different floral piece, because that does have some purple in it that's not in the background yet. And then I just decide, oh, what the heck, I'm going to use it anyway. And then just add that purpley pink heart at the top left. That's why I brought that in. I'm really liking the way that now looks, where I have a smaller element in there to give myself a bit of a different scale. That's a good thing you want to do. Now, last but not least, I'm going to go find some enamel dots. So I'm kind of playing around with what I'm going to use here. And I decide ultimately to use these, which are kind of like in an aqua turquoise kind of vein. They are Altenew Cool Summer Nights. I may have said that already and I just forgot it. I'm just going to add 3 of those in. You know that those are my favorite enamel dots now. The Altenew ones, not necessarily this color, although I do like this color, this particular color. You get so many on a sheet. They're not inexpensive, but there's so many on the sheet that it takes a while to use them up. And then I prefer my enamel dots. I don't like the colors mixed together per se. I really like them like in this, where you get different shades or tones of color, because that's the way I tend to use them, as I don't usually mix colors in my enamel dots. There's the sheets I was telling you about. So there's all the photos, and then on the back I used just did some a little bit of a decoration in a spare space I had that works together. All right, you guys, here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout soon. Bye, everybody.